focus on winning. Like when y'all win, everything else gonna come. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Like focus on winning, going to state and winning as much as possible. Focus on your team. Like I feel like a lot of kids these days focus on like school. Like I hear them talk about office. It's more like it's a me thing. Like we on a team. Like we trying to win. Like not only like if you do well, you might get him in the school. Like I seen a lot of guys when I was in school. Like we put guys in school. My coach put guys in school. They put themselves in school as well. Like off of not what you did, off what the team did.
Right.
Like, we winning, so college is coming, and coach can pitch you.
Welcome, guys, to 31 Vision Podcast. We got a special guest here today. If this is your first time viewing the podcast, this is a podcast for the athlete, by the athlete. So we try to mentor young athletes in high school when they transition to college or when they're in college on the right decisions to make. And then when we bring our guests in, we want you to learn from the good stuff and copy it, and also learn from the bad stuff and try to avoid it. All right, so without further ado, why don't you introduce yourself, bro?
What's good, y'all, man? It's Tracy Howard, aka Tracy Supreme. I'm from Miami, Florida, man. I love the podcast. Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for making the time.
Ready to flip with y'all, man.
Awesome, bro. So why don't you tell us how you started with sports, bro? When you start playing organized sports?
I started playing organized sports, man. Organized, I probably was like 6 or 7.
It's a good place to start.
So just on the block, just playing with my homies and my cousins. And then my daddy just took me to the park one day. Basically, yeah, that's how I started.
Did you also what positions did you play? Were you all over the place, or you always wanted to be a corner, or what?
No. My first year I played center.
Really?
Yeah, I played center.
You're on the line, getting dirty.
Played center my first year. I played center because I was like real aggressive. You get what I'm saying? I was one of them kids that was like super aggressive. Like
throw them in the trenches.
My first thing I seen when I was playing ball was hitting drills. I'm like, damn, I want to do that. I was trying to get in right now. I wasn't even in practice. So then I think I was smart. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think like as a kid, playing center is like one of the top positions because it's like center and quarterback. But I played center. Then I played running back after that. But after that, I was a skill guy. But I played center my first year. I had number 50.
I had number 47 my first year. I have an Hispanic mom, so she's very overprotective. So she didn't let me play tackle till like I was like 13 years old. Yeah. Made me wear pads, a neck collar, like had to stay extra safe.
No, for sure.
So I get that line thing for sure. So transitioning from Pee Wee to high school, man. So where'd you play high school?
I went to Miramar.
Okay.
I went to Miramar High. On the Miramar High School, I played corner. Well, I was playing receiver at first.
Okay.
I was playing receiver at first. Somebody got hurt. I was an athlete for real, so like I could really like be interchangeable. So my coach was like, "Hey, just play corner for a little bit." I ended up like excelling at it. So he's like, "Man, you got to stay there."
A little bit turned into a career.
Yeah, like, it turned into a career. But I'm happy I did it. Though. It's probably one of the best moves I ever made.
I always tell my football friends, corner to me is the hardest physical position in football, and quarterback to me is like the hardest mental position in football, I would say. Like, I wouldn't find quarterback as hard physically. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel like corner, man, with the way the rules are set up in football, you're covering the best athletes. You can't touch them after 5 yards. You can't hold. You can't do anything. Like, it takes a lot of athleticism.
It's definitely the most challenging,
I would say.
I think. Physical? No, them trenches.
Yeah.
Them trenches get physical. So when I was in the league, I moved to safety.
Okay.
Yeah, so like when I was with the Browns, like I started at safety for the Browns my rookie year.
And what did you prefer?
Safety.
Man,
shit, I wasn't trying to be chasing Julio Jones over there. I'm not trying to do that.
You can keep that.
I wasn't trying to be doing that. That was, but so I ain't gonna lie. But when I moved to safety, it was more like, I don't know. I wish I would have played it like when in college.
What I like about safety is like a corner. If you want to take a quarter out of a corner out of a game, you just throw that way and that's it. With a safety, you can kind of make your own luck. Yeah, you can be on backside, you rock or something. You can still make plays as safety.
You got more opportunities.
Yeah, at corner, they just go the opposite way of you and you're out of the game.
Yeah, it could be real boring that corner. Yeah, you could have a boring game. Like, it could be nothing going on. Safety, It's nenever boring if you're doing it.
Never.
You're just running and hitting.
Yeah.
And playing ball.
As long as you understand run lanes, you can go smack something. Yeah. Because I played both corner and safety, and I was so bored at corner.
What you like best?
Safety for sure.
Yeah,
like my size, I'm a corner with my size, but but the way like how much fun it is, safety, bro. You can rock and move, and you can make checks yourself.
No, for sure.
At corner, you're just there like, all right, I got this guy. You know.
I was in a box, man, at 185, getting busy. I promise. Pull out the film. Nah, for real though.
And then so going back to high school, man. So they put you at corner, and you didn't play both ways. They just put you at corner. Like, this is what we need you at. I mean, left you there, or
I ain't really play both ways. Like, I played both ways if like it was a big game and like we was losing.
Okay.
And like
go make a play.
Yeah, they put me at receiver or whatever. Like state game, they put me at receiver. They coach put me at receiver. Like, you know what I'm saying? They gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, or like we blowing somebody out.
Go out.
I go in there and go in there and run a bomb. You know what I'm saying? Score one time.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong. Like I was a natural receiver for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
because a lot of DBs, not all, because some don't have hands, but a lot of DBs are better receivers because, like, if you understand one side of the ball, it helps you understand the other side.
Sure. I ain't gonna lie though.
There are some DBs
just they don't know how to run routes. That's the difference. Like they understand it, but they not fluent. I feel like
they're like stiffer.
Like if you go see a DB run routes, this is how I feel. Right, I feel like if I was to go run routes. Like, say nobody never knew me. A football, like, if you a ball player and you was to go see me run routes as a receiver, you won't be able to tell I played corner. Yeah. You probably think I really play receiver.
Right.
I know how to roll my routes and sit down and because I played receiver before. You get what I'm saying? DBs, like, they don't know how to do that. Most of them, they
don't have the patience to like change gears.
Yeah, like, they don't know how to slide and you know what I'm saying, work body leverages. It's just different. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Some of that stuff comes natural to some players.
Yeah, no. Some DBs, like I say, like Joe Hayden. Yeah. Joe Hayden, like when I played with Joe in Cleveland, like. Joe was a real skilled player. Like you could tell Joe could play both ways. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Who else I played with that was like that? It was a lot of it was a few guys like that, man.
And it's tough to see, especially in practice, because you're only playing one side of the ball. Yeah. So you only see little flashes of it.
Little flashes. But you know how you could tell though? You could tell when y'all play basketball. You could tell.
Crossover is kind of like getting off a press.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you could tell like the guy that playing basketball, he different.
Devontae Adams has the same press release on a lot of people, and he cooks them every single that little boop boop and that little come across.
You just do the split and Devontae nice.
Yeah, he's smooth with it. So in high school, man. So when did you start getting recruited?
I started getting recruited probably like for real,
or just any interest, any probably letters or people hitting you up.
My sophomore year, after my sophomore year, after we won state my sophomore year.
Nice. Like
we won state my sophomore year. I had started on that team. It was like a bunch of seniors. It was a bunch of seniors, and me and Mount was like the only two younger guys that actually like played for real, like that started. You get what I'm saying?
Nice. Yeah.
So
I probably felt good too.
Yeah, I thought I get some interest after that. But it definitely felt good, man, because we had some older guys in front of us that was like they was official. You know what I'm saying? They really showed us the ropes, and plus like I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much of a surprise. I could say like football always went my way, kind of. I ain't deal with the politics until college.
Okay.
Now, and I won't even say like as a bad thing. Like I ain't deal with the politics until college, so it was like it was smooth, man. It was cool.
So speaking of that, how'd you like the coaching staff in high school?
Family. To this day, man. Those I feel like I just look at my head coach like my second father almost. Like I had my father in my life. You get what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I had my father in my life my whole life. My dad, my old boy, he passed away in 2019. But
damn, sorry to hear that.
No, for sure, it's all gravy. But my head coach was like we tight to this day.
Yeah, because I'll have some athletes sit here, and it's every relationship's different, every school is different. Sure. So some athletes they'll tell me like, nah, it was just X's and O's. Yeah. That's it. It's just football. And then I have other athletes where they're like, man, that guy was a father figure, and there's a big difference.
I mean, to me, I mean, probably for the other players it's different, but like. Some people just connect with some people. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, my coach, we was like this. Like, we was. I call him right now. You know what I'm saying? So, all my coaches, though, like my DB coach from high school, like we all built like a great connection. We was winning, though, man. When you actually
I was about to bring that up.
You going to state.
You're right.
And you beat people all the time, and you like a powerhouse school.
Right.
Y'all gonna have a great relationship. It's a great atmosphere. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, when you losing and shit.
That's when it brings out everybody's character.
That's when it brings out everybody's true character. You know what I'm saying?
And then speaking of the success in high school, man, so how were the 4 years? Did you guys win states multiple years or how did it go?
My freshman year, I played with like Geno Smith. Shout out my boy, he just got paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he balled last year.
Yeah, he balled. I played with Geno and like Stedman Bailey and stuff. So we was young. Like I played JV and varsity.
Okay, so me too. My freshman year.
You know what I'm saying? So like, we would dress out on Wednesdays for the game and dress out on Friday, but like we ain't play though. Mm-hmm. Like I ain't play for the varsity game. We really had studs. Mm-hmm. And but you know, I waited my turn. You know, I ain't even. I wasn't tripping, but I definitely understood. We played special team though, like in the playoffs.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, like in the playoffs, like they'll put us in like on kickoff or something.
Go get you something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like that's about it from my freshman year. My sophomore year, I started off as receiver, of course. Somebody got hurt. I started at corner my whole sophomore year, and I balled. You know what I'm saying? As a shorty. Yeah. My junior year, my freshman year we went to state. No. My freshman year we went to the game before state. We lost to Miami Northwestern. Okay. We lost to the West. They had they had Jacory or they had Teddy? I think they had Teddy at the time.
I think Jacory's older, right?
Yeah. Jacory older than Geno? Or they the same?
I'm not sure.
Because it was Michael Lee at quarterback. No. It was Teddy. They lost to Sanford. I don't know if you remember that. No. When Miami Northwestern went this. Wait, you from here?
Yeah, I went to South Miami though. We didn't go to the playoffs deep like that.
You remember that game when Miami Northwestern went to state and they was up by 21-0? And Ray Armstrong was playing for Sanford. Ray Armstrong, Daron Dye, and Andre DeBose. They was like the big three over there, and they came back and beat the West from three touchdowns. It was crazy. That shit was crazy, man. But
so your junior year?
My junior year, we was tripping.
But your junior year is when all the seniors left, right?
My junior year my sophomore year. My junior year when all the seniors left. But
that's a big transition.
I'm about to tell you this though. My junior year, we had the most talent we ever, like, that was the most talented team I ever played with at Miramar. Like, I played with some talented teams every year. Like, Geno Smith, like, they were talented, but they had, like, it was, like, 6 guys. You know what I'm saying? It was, like, Geno, Stedman, and everybody else was kind of like, I won't say role players. We had, like, some linebackers that was good, but, like, my sophomore year, we had a great team. But my junior year, we just, like, had our receivers, we had like 7 receivers that was good. We had people that didn't start that was gangster, that was like starters. Yeah. We had, but guess what though? We had no chemistry.
That matters a lot. Yeah, so
like,
what, between the quarterback and that, or just the team in general?
Just the team, like you know, like we had a team kind of like you had you had this part of the team, like they good too, like they gangsters, you get what I'm saying? But like they ain't really into football like that. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't buy in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They might be in the streets or whatever. They probably like want to smoke and get high all the time and not really take it serious. You get what I'm saying? Then you got some people taking it serious. You get what I'm saying? But you know, everybody friends, everybody love one another, but it just didn't coincide. You got some people being late because they ain't really serious to them. You get what I'm saying? They knew. That
energy's contagious, man. Yeah, so like, even if you're talented or not, you know, like if a part of the team, even if it's like a small percentage is into that kind of stuff, and then another part of the team is focused, the bad stuff can outweigh the good sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everyone's a follower, but we deal with teams of people. Most people are followers versus leaders.
For sure. Yeah, most people are followers.
So especially if a person's really good at the sport, they're gonna follow that person. You know, so they're doing some bad stuff. People, especially when you're a teenager, you're very susceptible to like doing the wrong thing sometimes. And Miami's Miami. There's so many distractions every day.
Nah, for sure.
So junior year. So that happened. So what happened senior year?
My senior,
you had to go off.
We went to state. My senior, we lost to state though, man.
Who'd you guys lose to?
We lost to Tampa Plant. We lost to Tampa Plant, man. They deserved it. They deserved it. I mean, we was like way more talented than them for sure. Like not even a question. They know that. They beat us like off scheme. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Discipline
like,
and stuff like that.
They outplayed us. Like they jumped on us in the first half and we just never recovered. Like, they ain't scoring the second half. Like we almost came back and won, but it was just like
too big of a hole.
Yeah, too big of a hole. Like, I think we was down like 17 and a half or something, or 14.
Against a good team, that's a lot.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? They was like, you know what they remind me of? They remind me of like the Patriots. They were like the Patriots. Like, they wasn't like
very
crazy talented. Right. Discipline. And like they out schemed us. Like we was running like what was running spread? We were running like spread, but they was sitting in a house though. And our quarterback was like 5'8", 5'7".
A lot of bat downs, a lot of
bat downs, and they were just, he couldn't see.
Yeah.
We should have went mass protect for real. And then we ain't run the ball well either though. We ain't run the ball well. So
the thing about high school, bro, like if you have a good front seven, it's hard to be successful.
Yeah.
If you and then now on the other hand, if you have a good front seven or or if you have a good line, that makes everybody look good.
Yeah, everybody look good.
Because in South Miami, we had a really talented group of skill players, but our line sucked.
Yeah.
So we couldn't throw much. Like we couldn't move the ball. We couldn't stop the run. Yeah, you can have the best DBs or receivers you want, but if you can't block, like it's tough.
You gotta go hand in hand.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
So
all right. So it's your senior year, right? What are you thinking? Like, where's your mindset at with college? You know, like, or did you already know junior year?
Oh yeah, like my sophomore year, I knew I was going to school.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, honestly, man, to keep it 100, and that's what I tell like the shorties that's playing football now. Like, and you know, everybody got different circumstances, so it's easy for certain people to speak and speak on certain things. But I say, like, me personally, like, I wasn't focused on going to school. Like, I was really focused on winning state. In my mindset, I'm like, look, when I'm done after the state game my senior year, that's when I focus on the schools.
Okay.
But I mean, I had that luxury, so it's easy for me to say. Some people don't got offers and they trying to fight, and so. But I'm only speaking from my experience, and I think this how all kids should look at it. Bro, focus on what's in front of you. You get what I'm saying? Like, focus on winning. Like, when y'all win, everything else is gonna come. You get what I'm saying? True. Like, focus on winning, going to state and winning as much as possible. Focus on your team. Like, I feel like a lot of kids these days focus on like school. Like I hear them talk about offers. It's more like it's a me thing. Like we on a team. Like we trying to win. Like not only like if you do well, you might get him in a school. Like I seen a lot of guys when I was in school. Like we put guys in school. My coach put guys in school. They put themselves in school as well. Like off of not what you did, off what the team did.
Right.
Like, we winning, so college is coming, and coach could pitch you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So, like, to piggyback what Tracy was saying, guys, so, like, let's say you're not getting recruited right now, but your team is doing well. Someone's going to go watch your teammate play. But if you make one spectacular play in practice, now you're on their radar. Yeah. And once you get on one recruiter's radar, it's a very copycat kind of thing. So once you get on one recruiter's radar, they're like, oh, who's that guy on your list? And they talk. Recruiters talk. They compete for the same players. Like, it's like a game, you know, like who can we take from this school or from that school, especially if schools are rivals. Like, you don't think FSC wants to take players from UM and vice versa? So definitely get on people's radars and take practice serious, guys. This is something that I talk to with athletes a lot. I feel like with the younger kids, like the practice culture is getting very soft. Yeah. And people are just worried about looking good on game day. But like that term, iron sharpens iron, is a real thing in practice. So if you don't battle it out with your teammates and make them better, when game time comes around, you know, like it doesn't do you any justice. You know, I don't know how you feel about that now.
I think you're exactly right. I think that I think the kids not guided, or if they is, or either they don't listen. I think practice is practice. Think of it like, I think they should stop and think. Practice is you practicing, you trying to get better. So you don't think in the game. Right. Practice is you literally think. You should think about. You know what I'm saying? It's practice. And I think guys don't go to practice with a mindset like, you should go to practice working on something. Like, you shouldn't just go to practice. Right. You should never be in the game playing the game. Like, you shouldn't just be out there playing. You should be, what's the down and distance? What area of the field I'm on? Like, this should go within your head in the game. Like, you got to play the game. You can't play. You got to play the game. Or like, when you go to practice. This how I feel like I got so much better. This is when I implemented this in my head. I went to practice with probably like 2 or 3 things in mind. All right, so I'm a corner. I'm working on staying square off the line today. I don't care if he catch the ball on me. I don't care what else happened. If I stay square, I won today. That's what I'm working on. I ain't working on coming out my breaks. I ain't working on catching an interception. I'm working on staying square at this line. Today for me is about press. Staying square. If I don't stay square, I lost. This is all I'm focusing on today. You get what I'm saying? Yep. I'm focusing on staying square and I'm focusing on my eyes. These are my only 2 things. So if somebody catch a pass on me, I ain't working on that today. It's cool though. I'm practicing. Yeah. You guys go what? Now I'm gonna work on that for 2 days once I got that down pat. Now today I'm working on coming at my break. I don't gotta work on staying square no more because I done trained it. Yeah, I'm gonna polish it. But it's like we gotta go to practice with a purpose. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be a professional even when you're not a professional. Like when you're in high school, be a professional. You get what I'm saying? I think that's what kids don't do. Like I feel like Instagram kind of messed that up. Like you get what I'm saying? Like Instagram messed that up. It's more like it's me. It's like we need people that's showing these kids like how to go about it. Like, and honestly, that's the business part of it. Like, you got to look at it like a business. Look at it like when these coaches go in the rooms, when y'all not at practice, and these coaches go in the room, they literally bring up every player and talk about your ass. Y'all need to know this. Like, when they watching practice and they talking about you, they saying, oh, did he stay square today? Oh, how was his technique? You really getting coached on that. Guess what? You might well coach yourself.
Yep.
Instead of your coach got to come tell you, hey, look, you need to work on this and this today. You should already know what you need to work on. And then another gym I tell the kids that's playing ball, after practice, I used to go watch every play that I played. I used to have a positive and a negative. A positive and a negative. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I watch every play and I write down a positive and a negative. Oh, my eyes was bad on that play. Ooh. Now at the end, I look at the positive and the negative. The positive is cool. We're gonna polish those up because these are my strength. Oh, I come on my brace very well. I had great eyes. If I had great eyes for 4 days in a row, I know that ain't something I need to be working on.
Right.
That's something I just gotta polish up and stay sharp on it. But I don't gotta go to practice and saying, oh, this is what I need to do. I look at them negatives and that's all. This is what I need to work on. If I was my pad level high, bad angles. Next time I go to practice for the next 3 days, I'm working on my pad level and my angles. Yeah. That's what I'm working on. I ain't working on nothing else. Yeah. If I ain't fast, I'm working on my speed in the off season. It's simple.
But you know what's the issue with what you're saying? Like that's the most constructive and productive way to get better. Sure. But that requires looking bad sometimes.
It requires looking bad.
And that's the issue with the younger folks. It's
practice. They can't about what people want. It's practice. Like if you good, you good. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like even while I'm working on all those things, I was a sharp athlete. So like you gonna get beat. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying?
Especially at DB. That's
let me tell you when you know you became a great DB. When you don't beat yourself.
That short-term mindset.
When you lose a rep, like sometimes I say I lose a rep, but once I look at the film, sometimes I did everything well. Yeah. Like sometimes like they probably called a great play call.
Right.
Or that receiver just made a great play. He made a great catch. He moved me. And certain stuff you gotta respect as a DB. Like, so it's like certain times when somebody catch a pass on you, I won't say it ain't nothing you could have done, but sometimes you just gotta say,
yeah, he made a great play. Better that's it.
Yeah, I ain't long as I ain't beat myself. Oh, how was my eyes on that play? Right. I had great eyes. I stayed square. I was lateral. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was closing distance. Yeah. He just made a play. That's like when somebody catch a fade ball and they jump over you. I did everything right, man. Clap it up. He a good athlete. It's all right. You get what I'm saying? And
then mindset is everything. Like you just touched on 2 gems right there. Mindset going into the practice, right? So if your mindset's right, then your practice habits will be good. If your practice habits are good, you're gonna perform. It's that simple, man. So what were your top 3 schools? And after you finished states, you're a little salty. You're like, damn, whatever. Yeah, moving on to the next part. You know, like what was your mindset with schools? Did you already know where you're going for sure?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna go to Florida, man. You feel me? I was set on Florida.
Okay.
I really wanted to go to Florida. They had Coach T-Rob out there. Okay. So like, and me and T-Rob was real close. So
what happened there?
Honestly, man, I took my visit to Miami. I took my visit to Miami. They were telling me don't take it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just take it. You feel me? Just to do it.
What are your options?
And I'm like, I'm from the crib, so it's only right I pay my due diligence to the crib. Just take the visit at least.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So I took the visit. Shit, man, I ain't gonna lie. My best friend was already going there, which is Mount. You get what I'm saying? A lot of my close friends was going there, and it wasn't like I was trying to be a follower. But I was more on like, I came from Miramar High, so it was more of a team thing and more of like a family thing. You get what I'm saying? So my mindset was like, man, I'm about to go to Miami. And my recruiting class going to Miami. A bunch of people from Miami was actually going to Miami. Like a bunch of good people. We missed out on Amari Cooper. Mari, I'm mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You missed out. If you would have came, we probably would have been. We needed him and Teddy. You get what I'm saying? But I say
So it was Florida, UM, and
Florida, UM. Almost lost train of thought.
Yeah, it's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Florida, UM. Well, UM wasn't even on my list though. Like I was like,
you just went to the visit just because.
Listen, I was telling myself I ain't going to no UM. I was like, it ain't nothing they could do. Literally, it's nothing UM could do to make me come here. Even like my homie Deion Bush, he was like,
I played against him, the safety.
Yeah,
I played against him in high school. He went to Columbus, right?
Yeah, he went to Columbus. Yeah, that's my boy. So he was telling me like I was on my visit. I'm like, bro, I'm not coming here, bro. Like, there's nothing you can do. Y'all can take me to the club. I ain't coming here. I'm going to Florida, man. At the end of that visit, boy, I was going to Miami.
You already knew.
And then another thing that made me go to Miami was Duke Johnson.
Okay.
He was like
great running back.
He was talking to me. He was like, bro, I'll give you number 3, bro.
Like that?
Like, you know how big that was to me?
That's huge.
Like, this Duke.
Yeah.
That boy trying to give me number 3. I'm like, yeah, this is where I need to go, boy. It's love over here. I'm like, yeah, the crib coming here. And I'm big on I'm a real Miami
Right.
You know, I'm a real Miami baby.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like, I take pride in that, especially when it comes to football in Miami.
Yeah.
Like, it's
the
almost
culture
like,
here is real.
You know what I'm saying? Like music in Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's like the culture of football is like, why would I leave? I'm finna go to the U.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some shit, if I had to do it again.
So did you verbally commit to Florida or anything? Or you just said, I'll commit eventually?
Nah, I ain't verbally commit. Nah,
Oh,
it was
okay,
more
okay.
like a silent commit. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely committed.
Right.
I gave the chump and all that state when I caught an interception. I caught an interception in state and gave the chump. So the Gator coaches was in the stands and all. With my mama.
They thought they were locked in.
They was.
We got Tracy Howard for sure.
They was. I ain't gonna lie. Damn, I played. But you know it is what it is. It's business.
Well, this is something that I'm glad we talked about this topic because this is something that I mention a lot on the podcast is don't commit right away. You know, if you have options, go visit schools,
sure.
you know, because look, you were not going to go there. And then you wanted to visit and look, things changed. Your life changed. Like, you don't know how it would have gone in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, that was your path.
Yeah,
so sure. I tell a lot of my younger athletes, like, weigh your options out, especially if it's out of Miami.
Yeah. Go
visit because being homesick's a real thing. You didn't have to experience it, but
that's another thing I didn't leave home. I went to Oregon.
That's coast to coast.
Like I ain't visit Oregon, but like they got the thing called the opening.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with it, but they got this thing called the opening where like all the top high school players, they go to the Nike headquarters and we go there for like 7 days. You know what I'm saying? We had like 7-on-7 tournament for 3 days. We go to the Nike facility. They give us clothes.
Wow.
Custom made stuff. We played it. Like we got the Nike headquarters.
That's
like
amazing.
That shit look crazy. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about like a once in a lifetime thing. Like people don't get this opportunity. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I can't even explain to you all the stuff that went into it, but like I was gone for so long and I'm just like, there's no way. I was home. I ain't even want to play ball no more.
That's
I'm like, I'm like, we had enough. Like we done played 2 days, 3 days. It's time to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I get it. We time to go.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? We did like a combine, run 40s, but it was like I don't know. I felt like, damn, could I leave home?
You know,
that kind of made me like have a second like thought, like, damn, like can I leave? You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I think I could have did it because I mean, I was older though. I mean, when I went to the league, but I went to Cleveland. That was my first time like actually leaving. And shit, I don't never mind leaving Miami. I'll be ready to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Man, as long as you're able to focus on what you got to do, the city's irrelevant.
City irrelevant. Yeah, exactly.
You're all right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because there's just as many success stories as failures in Miami. You know, that you can't blame the city. Successful people come out of here all the time. You know that you can't blame the city for your failures. You know,
I say leaving your city, it forces you to get out your comfort zone though. So that's the difference. So say you go to another city, now you could kind of be more open because it's less room for judgment. It's less room for nobody knows you.
No.
You get what I'm saying? You know, when you from Miami, it's more you got temptation pulling you. Like if I'm in Miami, I got everybody. What you doing? What you doing? Well, you come here. Ooh, when I was in Cleveland, I was in the crib all day. Nobody called me like, come do this. I don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? But my teammates, and we all on the same mission.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
all right. So talk to me, man. So you committed to UM. So how was your freshman year at UM? So you're walking in there. You're the guy in high school.
Yo.
Duke gives you number 3.
Give me number 3.
A little bit of pressure. No big deal. You know? So how did it go going to freshman year? UM?
My freshman year went well. You know, just freshman bumps and bruises.
What was the biggest adjustments on those bumps and bruises you're talking about for the kids that don't know or haven't been to college yet?
I'll say for me personally, my biggest bump and bruise was the business of college. So I say that like coming from like Miramar, coming from like a family oriented place, and when you thinking it's like it's no business involved in it. It's all love and like you don't even know
they
about that. They
want to see you do well.
Yeah, they actually care about you. Like if you go do something stupid, they finna accept you back. They ain't about to kick you off the team. They about to try to work with you and groom you and really be father figures. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to college, it ain't that. Like all that messing up, they will kick you off the team. Like don't think about it twice. So it's kind of like I wasn't ready for that part. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't even know that part. Like and another or like coaches talking to you crazy. But we don't have a connection. Like we don't have a connection. Like I love my coach in high school. Like I looked up to him. I respected him. So like if he was to say, shut the fuck up and go over here.
Right.
It ain't no talk back. You know what I'm saying? It's more like in my head, I'm like, what the fuck you think you talking to? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say
you're gonna go do it,
I'm gonna go do it. You know what I'm saying? But like with them it's kind of like, hold on, boy, like y'all gotta earn my respect first. Like even though I'm a kid and it sounds crazy saying you gotta earn my respect, you know how it is in Miami. Like, boy, like, what you
I don't know you. Yeah.
I don't know you, boy. Yeah, you my coach and all, but so I wasn't ready for that part, man. And honestly, man, I feel like I dropped the ball on that part, and I feel like that tainted my relationship with my coaches. You get what I'm saying? Like, even though we had times where we was great, you get what I'm saying? Because I ain't no asshole. You know what I'm saying? But I am a person that voiced my opinion. Like when I was younger, like I didn't know how to control my emotions at that time. Like I was more like.
So, question: When you were giving your opinions, was it in front of other people or
that shit was getting addressed right when I needed to get addressed at, like,
so,
which was wrong.
That's what I was going to say.
I was young and I was naive. I wasn't like, you know what I'm saying. So for instance, I can give you an example. Coach called man. He say press. You know what I'm saying? And that's another different thing. It was in college. It was more structural, the plays. Like in high school, my coach trusts me. He trusts my judgment. I could check the play if I want to. I could say, we run a couple for y'all. And my coach ain't gonna say nothing because he trusts me. He know. Yeah. And college ain't like that. The play they call, what you do.
It's what it is.
When they say press, you press. When they say play off, you play off. Like it ain't no, I'm reading the formation and I know they about to run a hitch. Let me back off because I'm trying to steal something real quick. No. But so when I first got there, it was more like, yeah, he say press, but shit. I'm thinking, shit, boy, it's 34, 33. Yeah, everybody pull the press, but I'm finna play off. I know they gonna run a slant or a hitch and I'm finna jump this shit. That's how in my mind I'm thinking, so damn, I'll back up. You get what I'm saying? Y'all finna run a hitch, and I wish you would run a hitch. You get what I'm saying? This is how I'm thinking. I'm trying to play the game. Right. But it's kind of like, they gonna look at it as freelance, and I'm gonna look at it as I'm playing the game. But like, see, that's why I went wrong at. So once coach, why the fuck are you playing off? I made the play.
What does it matter?
Why the fuck are you playing? He throw his hands at that acting crazy. I go to acting crazy. Who the fuck you talking to out here, boy? Don't talk to me like that. I'm fucking up. Yep. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. You because get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're all men. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then, like I mentioned in previous episodes, there's a time and place for everything. Because just what you said, it wasn't in some of it was college, but most of it for me was high school. I had to learn, like, I can't check a coach in front of everybody. It's not going to work well for me. Like I've always said, a coach can coach for 30 years if he wants to. You got a small window to play. Yeah. So if you mess with your playing time, that only hurts you. Yeah. You know, and if you get like an ego match with a coach, you sit over there, next man up, just to prove a point, even though you're the best athlete for that position. Yeah. So I think a lesson in a lot of younger athletes, especially Miami, because we got a little more attitude than other players, is learning how to play your role. And maybe if you talk to him behind closed doors, that conversation is completely different versus you guys screaming at each other in practice. Nah, both of you are hostile.
Nah, for sure. Most definitely. And then also knowing that his guys is just as good as you.
Oof, that's another one.
Like that's another thing I learned going to UM. Like I knew guys was good. Of course, I'm from Miami. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? But like I didn't know they were that good. Mm-hmm. Like I knew they were good.
Like it's close.
I didn't know they were like me. Yeah. I thought I was always gonna be better than everybody. Like 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be the best corner in here. No, I ain't like that no more. Like they good, you good. Like it's like everybody good. Everybody got different skill sets now. Like you got bigger corners, you got more smaller corners. It's a variety. So it's like, boy, your ass could
get in
be
line
back. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? No matter, like, I came in like shit. I came in number one corner in the country coming out of high school. Like, you get what I'm saying? I was number one corner, like in the country, in every high school in the nation. Yo, what, that shit don't matter? Shit, cause get what? The corners I played with, some of their ass still playing in the league. You get what I'm saying? So it's all situational too. You get what I'm saying? I won't say, oh, they were better than me, but I say, boy, they ass was just as talented or better. Like, and I say that. I say nobody was smarter than me. Like, and they'll tell you that. No corner I played with probably ever was besides like Tremont Williams and when I got to the league, but like college wise, and nobody was. I'm finna call out every play, like because I was a real film junkie. Like I'm about to tell y'all every play they about to run. Hey boy, they running. Hey, toss or come and slant. I'm finna scream. I was like a coach on the field. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I had guys that was more talented than me. Like when I say more talented, like they was bigger, they was faster. You get what I'm saying? They just had they was more prototype. You get what I'm saying? Like Artie Burns. You get what I'm saying? He went first round. We had Corn Elder. He was small, but like he was a dog. You get what I'm saying? So like Ladarius Gunter, like he played for the Packers. Like we had some dogs. So it's like you ain't the only one, boy. You get what I'm saying? So that's another thing I learned.
Yeah, man. It's that transition, especially freshman year. Everyone that sits there that played college ball, that's the biggest thing they talk about their freshman year is being the guy, and then now you're just another guy.
Yeah, you're just another guy. Yeah. Like literally, like you're gonna have things that make you stand out for sure. Like you're gonna stand out, but like Like you ain't the only one for that job, boy. like it's about 5 of y'all here that could go. You get what I'm saying?
No,
you gonna have young guys come. You might be a senior. You gonna have a young guy come in. Like I done had young guys come in, and I'm like, well, I wasn't like that my freshman year. Like his ass ready right now.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Which is rare, but you feel me? Like I don't know, college opened my eyes a lot, man. I'm thankful for you, one.
Was the playbook like the situation from, because you used to be able to check your own plays in high school? Was the playbook overwhelming, or it was fine? Just learning from high school to college, like it wasn't a big deal, or
for me, like I say, everybody different. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, nah.
But you were a student of the game.
Yeah,
though.
I literally like even when I was in the league, like when I went from Miami to Jacksonville to Cleveland, like I never had a problem with playbook. Like I'll pick every playbook out like this. But also I also learned that most playbooks are universal for the DBs.
Yeah, for DBs
like,
for
Cleveland
sure.
was a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? But like it's universal. Like, there's only so much stuff you
coverage
doing.
Is
like,
right.
Cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. Right? You get what I'm saying? Like, they gonna mix it up. Like, people gonna say cover 6, cover 8.
Yeah.
For the DB, it could be 100 coverages. At the end of the day, you only got 6 things you could possibly do. You could either be a man, off man, press man. You could either be playing quarters. You get what I'm saying? You could either be playing some type of form of cover 3. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that much stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you at safety, you either got the half, you in the post. You coming down to the box and you got run fit. You get what I'm saying? Or you working the banjo with somebody, or you got the same. Like, that's at the end of the day, it's all you. It don't matter what play they call. They can say fight zone, this, that. At the end of the day, I only got a certain amount of stuff to do. And once you break it down like that, and a lot of teams run the same plays and call it different stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I learned too. Like, they might call it Tiger 10, they might call it Rambo. It's the same play. So I used to be like, all right, Tiger 10, Rambo. So when I leave from a team, I'll be like, Tiger 10 is Rambo when they call Rambo. So I'm just think Tiger 10 in my head.
That's it. Yeah. Word association works.
Yeah.
So sophomore year. So freshman year, is there anything else you want to cover from there besides the bumps and bruises? Yeah.
Freshman year was cool. Shit, I ended up starting like at the end of my freshman year. I ended up starting like the last 3-4 games. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I had finally got my groove.
Okay.
Finally got my groove or whatever. But freshman year was good. It was definitely a learning curve. I wasn't ready my freshman year though. Like I probably should have redshirted though.
I was about to ask you.
Like, even though I was all world 5-star coming in, number 1 corner in the country, like.
What do you mean by ready? Like physically? Like you feel like you need to get a little bigger and faster? Or what do you mean? Or like the speed of the game? Or because you played at a good school.
And when I say I wasn't ready, it was more like I just wasn't polished. Like me being
just more of a raw athlete.
Yeah, I'm more of a raw athlete, like crazy ball skills. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Crazy ball. Like my ball skills always been crazy. I was smart. That's what saved me. You get what I'm saying?
You knew where to be.
I wasn't like crazy big. Like, you know what I'm saying? I probably came into college like 160 something.
That's what I weighed too, bro. I was light.
But when and plus I wasn't like, I was confident because I was just a dog, but I wasn't confident like that. Like I ain't going to the game knowing like when I was in college, I know you ain't about to catch the ball. Like I know like when I match up with you 9 times out of 10, what I know is you ain't catch. And I've had a great safety.
That helps a lot. And having good chemistry with a safety.
I had chemistry with like, boy, when I'm finna take a chance, me and him is on beat already. Like, it ain't even know, I don't even got to talk. I can look at him and he know, I'm gonna take a chance, my boy. I see something, and that's another thing. We've seen the same thing. Like, when they came out to say they'll come out in the formation, I look at my safety, he'll say, I already know.
Yeah.
we see the formation. We see the down on third. They came out in the trip. Oh, we know what they about to run.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we was on beat. I ain't had that in college. Like I had like I can say my safeties were more talented in college, but they wasn't film guys. I was a film guy. They wasn't film guys. So certain stuff.
You would think it would be backwards. You would think in college they would up the film time.
I wasn't like that.
No.
Even in the league, it wasn't like that.
Really?
You got certain guys that's film guys, but like, bro, like I learned like a lot of people take that shit for granted. Like a lot of guys in the league, like, bro, they complain a lot. They just always complaining. They. Soon as practice done, they get the fuck up out of there. It's almost like, damn, boy, y'all boy know we worked our whole life for this.
Right.
Like, we in the league right now. We in the NFL. Like,
this is it.
I used to really be in a moment. I used to really say, boy, I'm in the league. And like, I never took a day for granted. I came every day prepared. I was working. I ain't never complained. Yo, I complain. I won't say I ain't never gonna talk to you again, but I kind of like get from around.
You're not in the same mindset.
I kind of like move away from around, which I respect it. But you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like even you would think everybody in the league professional and about their business and in their books and
right.
Hell nah, man. They had taken for granted, and I hate to see it because I'm like, man, look, it's people that I know that's not in the league, bro, love to be here and have the talent. It's just a numbers game. It ain't enough room.
Right.
Literally, the league is not enough room. Like it's only 53 people could be on the team. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, there's people that's better than us. That's at home. But they ain't got that. So it's like, hey, are we getting an opportunity? And I just see guys like just complaining. It's kind of like,
they don't get
bro,
it.
what? Like, bro, we in the league. Like, we dreamed about this. Let's take advantage. Let's take every advantage.
Yeah.
People ain't do that. You get what I'm saying? But which is cool.
And especially football careers are shorter than other professional careers. You put your body through so much.
That shit 2.5 years. Guess how long I played? 2.5 years.
Right on the head.
Hey, like when they tell you the span of a football career in 2 years in there, like I'm thinking like I played for like 7, 10. I played for like 10 years. 2.5. You know what I'm saying? I was out of there. I mean, I got hurt though. You know what I'm saying? Granted, but still though, like 2.5. No matter how I played out, no matter what, it was 2.5. I played for 2.5 years.
The average is the number's the number.
You know what I'm
saying? So sophomore year now, going back to. So you started the last few games of your freshman year, sophomore year.
My sophomore year, my best year of college. My sophomore year, like I was like ranked number like 6 in my class. Okay. My sophomore year, going into my junior year, I was like projected to leave early. Like going into my junior year, like he one of the guys to leave early. I was like one of the top guys, like one of the top corners. Like in college at that time. Like I came out like I had like 4 interceptions. I had one to the crib. Nice. You get what I'm saying? It was like, you know, it ain't gonna lie, it was lit for me. It was lit for me my sophomore year. Nice. Like I had a great year. Damn, we were doing good. We was like number 7 in the country at one point. It was like we were doing our thing. We beat Florida that year, which I was supposed to. That's always big. I got my first interception against Florida. Oh, my sophomore year, like with the coaches that recruited me, like you know, because then I found out they were talking, they were talking about me. Cause of course they
they're salty.
I jumped ship or whatever, so I get it. You get what I'm saying? But like, you feel me, boy? Like, be under this business. What y'all boy got to do all that for? So you know, when I caught a pick, I had to point at the boys, act crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you know, my sophomore year was great. And shit, even then I said I don't think I was that polished. Like when I look on it, like I was more polished. Like my junior year, I was real polished. On my junior year tape, I was polished. Like I was lateral. You know what I'm saying? I was striking. I got it. I looked like a pro. Like my junior year, I looked like a pro. You know what I'm saying? But my sophomore year, I had a great year. And guess what? I had a great year my sophomore year. And you won't even believe my junior year. You know I ain't even play like that my junior year.
Why?
The coaches, bro.
Oh, let's get into that. So sophomore you ball. So what happened between sophomore offseason?
We could go look at the tape and go look at the articles and like I ain't lying. Like you can pull it up. You know what I'm saying? Like so like like a lot of people was wondering like what was going on, but like you know what I'm saying. Me and my coaches we had like little.
Well, it was during spring ball.
Yeah, like doing spring ball.
I figured because when else can it happen if you're balling sophomore year and you don't play junior? It had to be spring ball, right?
Yeah, shit. Now I was balling in spring, but I ended up twisting my ankle in spring. So that shit gave them more of a reason. Like, then I was like out for a week. You know
they gave somebody else your spot that week, and then they just didn't give it back.
Yeah. Shit. I never really like I played. You know what I'm saying? Like I played. I ain't start. Like I ain't even start going into my junior year. Shit, I ain't start. I don't think I started at all my junior year. I probably started a few games my junior year. Damn. Like shit, we played Clemson. I ain't get into the second half type shit. That shit was crazy, boy. And I just used to be like, for real. Everybody, you know, imagine everybody come ask you, what's going on? Like, you had a good year last year? Like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know, man. You got to ask them. But guess what, though? I thugged it out. You get what I'm saying? And I put my head down. I kept working. Like, it was like, well, it is what it is. But guess what? And I know it sounds crazy, but I like almost needed that in life. Like, that changed my life.
What, did it humbled you a little bit?
Nah, it ain't humbled me. Shit. Never let a hard time humble us. You know what I'm saying? I won't say it ain't humbled me because I was already humble. Yeah. Like, I was humble. Like, I never walked in a room expecting nothing. Yeah. Like you could ask anybody that ever played with me. Like I'm definitely one of the hard workers they ever played with. Like, and I ain't even saying it because it's me. Yeah. I'm being honest. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody that if you run into somebody that played with me, they'll tell you that from the NFL to the college to high school. Like, I was humble. I was always humble. Like I worked my ass off. To this day, I work my ass off doing what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I always had that. It was just like I don't know what that shit about. Like. Me and my coach, we didn't see eye to eye, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we really didn't see eye to eye. Like, a lot of that shit, they was coaching and, like, I ain't agree with that shit. Like, I fucked up. I wasn't all the way bought in. Like, honestly.
Were you guys, like, battling it out verbally about, like, the stuff we were talking about earlier, like the checking and... Or,
yeah, but no, not checking, because I ain't about to check y'all play. Like, I ain't stupid. Okay. Like, I know I can't check y'all play. Like, you get what I'm saying? But I think... Like the way they were trying to teach us to play, like that shit wasn't for my skill set, like at all. You know
I want to talk about this.
Yeah. That wasn't for me. Like that's why I tell now. Another thing I tell kids, bro, like if you successful in high school, know what make you successful. I never really like went back and knew what made me successful in high school. I just knew I was good. I never knew like okay, my scheme made me successful. My coaches made me successful. The freedom that I had with my coaches made me successful. So your ass need to put yourself in a situation in college that's kind of like this. I'm thinking in my head, like, shit, you good. Like, it don't matter where I go. I go to LSU, that ain't the case.
No. A system's a system.
A system, cause like, and you gotta, what kind of corner are you?
Yeah.
I went to UM and they made me press. In high school, I didn't press.
You were off
press. I played, why would I press? I'm a smart guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna be in the right spot and jump it.
I only could see him. Right now, I ain't playing football. I'm playing man. I'm playing a physical game, which I'm not even that big and trying to be physical. Go what? I played off. I read down the distance formation. I read cues. I read number 2. Because 2 gonna tell you what 1 do. If you're a smart football player. Like, if you know football, you know the release of 2 finna tell you what 1 do. If 2 strike in, he follow in.
Yeah.
He run a curl, dig, post.
Yep.
It's his 100% football knowledge. You know what I'm saying? If he running out, he is running a go.
Yep.
He is running a dig. Like it's route recognition.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like
universal. It narrows it down. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he'll never run it out and he run a slant.
No.
He'll never run it out and he run it out. It's just combinations of football. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what made me successful in high school. You know what I'm saying? And I went to UM and they kind of like I was just outside my comfort zone, man. Like honestly, I was. Like, don't get me wrong, I made it work.
Right.
Like I had some good years. I had times where I played well. You get what I'm saying? But and they just made us bail. Like down the height, just bail. Down the height, just bail. Like I'm really bailing, just bailing. Like
press bail?
Press bail. Like
I've never liked press bail.
Like, bro, like what is that? You got me running. I'm running.
Yeah. You're going this way, but what if you run something like inside or like it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, and I'm not making no excuse. You get what I'm saying? Because we had guys that did well in our system.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like Corn Elder did well in the system. All his years. Artie did well in the system. You get what I'm saying? So like, don't get me wrong. And another thing too, I definitely blame myself because I didn't buy in. I should have just said fucking and just bought in and just say, you know what? I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna just trust.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just get the best out of it. That's what I should have did.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that. Like, you get what I'm saying? I was more like, bro, this shit don't work.
This isn't what I do. Yeah.
Like y'all got me bailing. Y'all got me pressing. Like this, I could never be as good as I'm supposed to be doing this. Like you would never get the most out of me, and I knew that. You get what I'm saying? And then that shit. Honestly, that shit. Being a student of the game could mess you up because you know so much about the game. Like you almost like a coach. Like you almost like a coach. So it's like
I can relate to that because I butted heads with coaches a lot. My DB coaches, I used to butt heads a lot because down in distance. So for those of you that are becoming students of the game. Down in distance is like a cheat sheet, to understanding like route combinations or and then if you watch film and understand down in distance and formations, it gets narrowed down from like I don't know what they're gonna do to like it can only be these 3 things.
It only be these 3 things.
Yeah,
they like or it
makes
only
you
be
great.
One thing.
Or you can narrow it down to
they
one.
Running this.
Yeah,
like it's 100%.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was that type of guy. Like no bullshit, bro. I used to get a notebook. I used to tell like one of the film guys, I forgot what they call it, like the GA. I tell the GA, like, look, give me a cut up of every formation, like break down every formation, like every spread, every doubles, every trips, and I need every play they ran out of trips, every play they ran out of this, every play they ran out of that, and I used to break that shit down. Like I used to write down the formation, I used to draw every route combination, and I used to split it by down and distances and areas of the field. That's another thing.
That matters
like,
too.
Backed up in the French, you get what I'm saying? Like in the red zone, like I used to break it down. So like, bro, I had my shit on the sideline, boy. Like, I go to my book, boy. Like,
all right, what it like to run?
Like they in the French right here. All right, they backed up. They getting a trip, backed up. But they ran this shit 3 times. They ran this against Wisconsin twice. They ran this against what's it called? They get backed up. They running this. They can't. What down to this level? Oh, but they running dig. Boy, I know they running the dig. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that. Like, I probably could, no bullshit. I probably could call out, I say, 40% of the plays and be actually accurate. Like they running the toss.
That's enough to make plays.
They run the option. It's like, cause guess what? One of them plays, I'm gonna take a chance.
Yeah.
Like, but that shit, that's the only thing I miss about football. Like
playing chess.
Yeah, like playing chess. Like I miss that shit, but I don't know, bro.
So, question, going back to the topic of, you not buying in all the way. Yeah. Did you ever have a conversation with the coaches about this, or you just kind of just like stay quiet and just like we're mad about it, or?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like when I was a senior, I wasn't like I was when I was a freshman. Like,
of course,
I kind of figured it out. You get what I'm saying? But I could say like, yeah, I never really had a dialogue with them because I mean, they was the type of people like we just weren't the same type of people. Like they were the type of people that I feel like you couldn't talk to them. It was their way or the highway, which is fine. It's your team, and you know more than me. You've been coaching for years, and you was coaching when I was in diapers, of course. Before I was born. So like I understand where you're coming from, and I understand how you look at it. You get what I'm saying? But it's more like I don't know. I just feel like we ain't have that. We ain't have that like
that two-end conversation kind of thing, like give and take.
We didn't. Then let me tell you what kind of like messed it up completely. I'll tell you 2 stories. I'm gonna be fast. What messed my relationship up with my coach, I think, is when. So you know how coaching at UM alone for the coach is stressful if you're losing. You know how Miami is. Like the fans, like it's like probably one of the worst places to lose at. They so used to winning. That's Miami like if Alabama. That's like if Alabama wants to start losing for 10 years. What to do. The city just gonna be crazy on you because they ain't used to this. You know how you in Miami, well, we used to be winning. With Sean Taylor, like that's what we used to winning. You get what I'm saying? People like kids from all over the world want to go to the youth. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how I used to be. So it's like at that time, they coming from Pennsylvania, wherever they came from, you get what I'm saying? Like, and dealing with Miami kids is a whole different. Dealing with Miami football kids is a whole nother. And I'm not singling Miami out like, we there's not. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. Like dealing with a Miami football player that's come from Miami is different with dealing with a Texas guy. Different with dealing with a Georgia guy. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just different. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think for one, you need coaches that could relate. You get what I'm saying? And then for 2, like let me tell you. So our coaches used to get crucified. You know, they used to get DMs, emails, death threats, all that. So one day in practice. After practice or whatever, I guess me and you know how you have a little DB meeting with the coach. Me and my DB coach, you know, we exchange the words or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like the defensive coordinator not over it. We exchange the words. Like something happened or whatever. He telling me that, you know what I'm saying? We just, you know, I'm telling him how I feel. He telling me how he feel. You know what I'm saying? And I was like I said, but I was like a hothead. You get what I'm saying? Like not when I'm explaining it to y'all, not like they ain't fuck with me. Like you know what I'm saying? They loved me because I worked so hard. You get what I'm saying? I was a real leader. So it was like a love-hate thing. Like, sometimes I got into it with him, and then we would get cool. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, one day, I was getting to it with my coach. The defensive coordinator stepped in. Like, me and my coach, like, kind of like, if you looking from afar, you could kind of see, oh, damn.
Body language.
Like, body language. I'm like, you feel me? So the coach come over there. Tracy, he come talking. He said, I get fucking emails every day. If people trying to fucking kill me, they tell my son, we can't fucking tackle. The kids make fun of my, you know what I told his ass? You signed up for this, bro. Like, fuck, you want a pity party for me?
Right.
Like, nigga, I get DM too.
Right.
I just how the steak hot for you. I came in as the number 1 corner in the country. Like, you don't think these people DMing me, and you don't think my family, when I go home, they bugging me about this shit? Oh, well, they got him playing in, but don't talk about my teammate. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it. Like, I'm going through pressure just like y'all. Guess what? I'm just handling this shit better than y'all. Don't come to me. I could come to you and say, y'all ain't playing me for real. My family tripping. I'm from here. Y'all playing these niggas from out of town. I ain't got time for that. Like, I ain't never did that. So don't come to me talking about something. Are you getting email? I'm getting DMs. They saying the same shit about me when I give up a pass. You get what I'm saying? So don't come to me with that. Look, you signed up for this. I told him that. That boy looked at me like I spit on him.
That's all he said. That's really
like you come to him and say, man, this podcast is crazy, man. The podcast people, and he tell your ass, man. You signed up for this. Either you finna go through this shit or act like a girl or you finna man up. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Told his ass, man, you signed up for this. Don't come to me with that, man. We all going through this. I feel like I fucked up our relationship. You know what I'm saying?
That one sentence, that one little thing.
I should never did that. Like,
I mean, honestly, it wasn't honest.
It wasn't even that bad. You got to think that you can't be that. Like, everybody gonna take that different. You gonna have some guys take that and not fuck with you ever and hold that against you. Coach or not, because they have feelings. These are people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like. And then you're going to have some coaches that be like, shit, he going to go home and say,
he's right.
Yeah, he right. Shorty right.
Yeah.
Some people going to be like,
how dare he talk to me like that?
Or they got ego. You get what I'm saying?
That's why I think the biggest factor is if there's people around. I guarantee you, if he tells you by yourself and you tell him you signed up for this, he might be like, you know what, man? That's some real shit. But like, since you said it in front of people, bro, our egos get so big. Like, especially men. Like, bro, nobody likes getting checked or feeling stupid in front of people. You know?
That's a law. That's a law though. Like you never outshine a master. Like, that's a real law. Like, even if you can, like you better live by that law if you want to be successful. Like, don't outshine them. I should never did that. I was young though.
Even though you were right.
I was right. I should never did that. Though. At the time, I should never did that. So it's like when was I wrong? Technically, no. But like,
Time and place.
If you're going off timing and the way to move correctly, if you want to be where you want to be at, like I should never did that.
Yeah.
I would have never did that in the league because I learned from it.
Yeah.
And so I say that messed me up. You get what I'm saying? That I think that fucked up our relationship.
That was junior year or senior year?
I don't know. I think that was like mine.
I was younger.
I don't know. Yeah, I forgot when it was, but I know like
you remember the moment though.
You know what I'm saying? I can kind of tell like me and him just wasn't like, and I ain't go what like you feel me? It is what it is. Like I ain't about to say sorry because you feel me. But I know once I'm a grown man now, I look at things different. I was like, damn, I fucked up. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing that messed me up was I won't say messed me up was why I like you asked me like you never said nothing to them. You never like I ain't never said nothing because one time we was going over the game plan. We was we ran cover 4 a lot. You get what I'm saying? Different forms of it, but we ran cover 4 a lot. For this particular game, they wanted to switch up how the safety ran cover 4. Me being a student, me being a student of the game and coming from where I come from, I always had that dialogue with my coach. Like I used to come going there like from high school and be like, I used to watch film and come in the morning like don't even go to class.
Feedback.
Hey, kids go to class. You heard? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even go. But I used to come in like go over film with my coaching. He used to like, I had got into so much of a habit of me and my coach, like picking each other's brain and he respecting what I say. Like, oh nah, coach, like when they get in this, they run this. And my coach knowing, like, so that's how he trusted me so much because he knew this kid just like me. Like, yeah, he a kid, but he really studied the game and he really understands.
Football IQ is a real thing.
And then I go to the game and actually make the play. Keep doing it. So now I built a relationship with my coach in high school to where like, he trusts me. He don't even gotta worry about me. If I check the play, he ain't tripping. Like, man, I used to go to safety sometimes, like in the middle of the play, and like, what are you running? I'm gonna make the play. Fuck, cause I know like I don't trust your ass like that. Go to corner. Go to corner real quick. Go to corner real quick. Go to corner. And I get in the slot. You get what I'm saying? Cause I know what they about to run. You get what I'm saying? Like, not even trying to make all the plays, just knowing like
it's going here.
You ain't watch film how I watch film. You get what I'm saying? Just go to corner real quick. Cause I know what's about to happen. You don't. Just go to corner. My coach trusts me to do that. I shouldn't never took that at college with me. I should have I gotta earn that. You get what I'm saying?
But the thing is, like, what people don't get until they get older and they can compare different situations, like what's normal for you is what you experience.
Exactly.
So like,
you know
I didn't have that. I wasn't like that in high school. I had to follow it to even be able to play. Cause me and the head coach, like we did not, we butted heads a lot. So I would never think to check a play and be like, no, that guy would throw me out of the game.
I won't even necessarily say check a play. I never check the play. I mean,
not check a play, but like change up, you know.
Let me see how to say it. For instance, when I was in college, I watched film. Like we played Louisville. Every time they go like a single X to the field, and they go like trip to the boundary. Like you know how people don't run trip to the boundary because it's clutter.
It's going to the.
When they run a single X to the field, if you press, they gonna run a goal. If you off, they run a hitch. Like I'm knowing this from film. We was in cover 4. You know, you don't as a corner, you really you might have help depending on what they run, but technically you don't have help. In cover 4 because the safety is read and 2. If 2 go vertical, the safety remove.
That's it.
And if he go vertical, you 1-on-1. So I'm knowing in cover 4. I'm trying to tell the safety, cover 2. Call cover 2. Call cover 2. Just say cover 2.
Jump that hit.
Just say cover 2. I know they run the hitch. I'm off right now. Just cover 2. I'm trying to tell him say cover 2. He won't do it. He's like, nah, cover 4. Cover 2, bro. Cover 2. That's a different. Why would that? They go what they did. They ran the hitch. Did I jump it? Fuck no. I ain't about to jump nothing if I ain't got no help.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I just tackled that shit up. And I'm just like, that's the shit that, like, that's how you be a great team, bro. They can tell you what they want, bro. Like, that's how you be a great team when the coach trusts the players.
Yep.
Like, when the players come to the sideline and say, and the coach said, what y'all see out there? Because the coach ain't on the field. What y'all see out there? What y'all think? Like the dialect one like that. You get what I'm saying? And when I used to like when we used to try to have certain input, you know what that motherfucker asked me one day? You want to coach?
Oh man.
Like, and I'm like, and like, that shit hurt me like
zero input
because it's almost kind of like you looking at it as I'm trying to coach. I'm looking at it as I'm trying to be a team player and help the team. Like y'all trying to tell them to run this shit like this, and all I said was, "Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie, coach. I think that's gonna be hard for us. I don't think that's gonna work because you know we've been running like this whole year, and players are programmed.
Muscle memory,
and the players that I know that I'm playing with, they ass don't watch film. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, coach, trust me, it's gonna be a problem in the game. We switching it. We done did this for 10 games in a row. Like I'm having a regular dialect. Like I think that if we do this, he like, nah, bro, just this is what we say. Oh, no, I'm listening. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Guess what happened in the game? Exactly what the fuck I said. And I ain't even saying it. Like, I'm getting honest.
You just look over like, Told you.
I ain't look over nothing. I wasn't even in the game to look over. Like, you feel me? It's just like little certain shit like that. Honestly, bro, that was just a bad situation for me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I made it work. I ended up going to the league. Like, you get what I'm saying? I ended up doing what I had to do. But like, and when I won't say it was a bad situation for me, I could say my downfall was when I was in high school. I don't think my coach did a great job of
molding you for a system.
Molding me for the politics and the business side of things. I think like it was so family oriented that
it was good and bad.
I was blind. Nah, it's bad. It's straight back. It's not family oriented in college. There's no family. No. These people get millions of dollars. They try and feed their family, and they feel like your ass getting away. They finna release you. It ain't no, oh, he doing bad. Let's try to mold him and get with him. That's what I'm thinking. How this shit go? Like, they fuck with us. When we gonna get there, they gonna, you know what I'm saying? They gonna like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's gonna be just like we're gonna be family. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell nah. Like, it's more, man, get your ass to the back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they talking. The coach talked crazy to the other coaches. That's how I know this shit was crazy. When I first got to UM, my first meeting, you know what my coach said to my other coach? He was talking in the meeting, like before the meeting started. That motherfucker walked in there and said, hey, watch out. You can't be that many cooks in the kitchen, man. Watch out. I'm in the meeting like, damn, boy, this how this go? Like, that's how he talked to him? Damn. So guess what? I instantly lost respect for this coach.
Right.
So now you trying to talk to me crazy. I seen him talk to you crazy. Right. So it's just all fucked up. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I think they should have prepared us better though. Like for instance, like Dion came from Columbus. Mm-hmm. If you watch Dion maneuver and how I maneuvered like my freshman year and my sophomore year, it was totally different. You could already tell like he was groomed for this.
Columbus was very structured, very yeah.
You get what I'm saying? 100%. Like you come from St. Thomas. Like they was already structured. We coming in this shit thinking it's all fun and we gotta play football and they gonna let us do what we want and you know what I'm saying? Like they gonna let me follow the best receiver and no, stay your ass on that side and run cover 4. Stay your ass on that side, run cover 2. And look, when they say height, I want you to slide 2 times this way, get a jam and do this roll. Like damn, they telling me every single thing to do. Like why you can't just give me the call? Just say cover 2. Nah, I don't work like that. Yeah, that's what I didn't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Something
that I had to learn in college too is that exactly right there. So I got into the habit of worrying so much about playing with the right style to make the coach like it that I got out of my own game.
Exactly.
You know, and sometimes for those of you that are not in college yet, like ideologies are going to clash sometimes. There's a million ways to be successful in a sport.
For sure.
Like in basketball, there's a million ways to get a bucket. It doesn't have to be this exact way, but the thing about football, disadvantage about football is it's very structured. So some coaches feel like that's the only way to succeed because that's what they were taught. But then there's some coaches that they're more players coaches than they're like your high school coach where they're like, look, I'm going to trust him because he does the film study and he makes plays like 1 + 1 is 2. What does it matter how he does it? If he's successful, what does it matter? You know, but some coaches, like you said, like the system, they're like, it's the system or nothing.
Exactly.
You know, so. But in your defense, how are you supposed to know that going into a school?
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
besides talking to players,
I don't blame myself. Like, I don't fault myself. I don't fault myself. I don't fault my high school coaches, but because
their intentions were good.
Nah, because like some of they never went to college.
Oh, okay.
Like my head coach did. You get what I'm saying? But like. You feel we had coaches that was optimist coaches. They just coaching. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, I learned from them, but like, bro, I learned a lot of this shit from YouTube. Yeah. Like, I used to watch the best play. I used to watch Champ Bailey, watch the Rare Reavers, and Madden. I learned a lot from Madden. Like, you know how you ask me like about playbooks? Like, I learned coverages from Madden. Like, cover 3, I know. All right, boy, they got the corner like with a big thing going way back. So I'm like, 3. Like, I just do it. Cover 4. Yeah. All right, this safety got this 4th. It's a 4th. Man to man. I see the fucking line on him, and wherever he run, that's where you go. I know that's what man to man is. I really learned that from Madden. Like cover 2. All right, they got this. They got the corner just sit right here in the flat. So I know. Okay. I just sit right here. Like that's how I learned. Like so, the coach came and said, "We got cover 2 today." I know. I stick in my man. Cover 2. I sit right here.
Got my yellow zone. Right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like, I mean, that at first, right. Of course, there's more to it. Like at first, like that's how I learned. I say Madden taught me. That's how I learned football. Like coverages, like basic coverages. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't know. You know how I go. Like, I just felt like my upbringing in the football world was kind of like. It could have been like better. You know what I'm saying? But I don't blame them either, bro. It's like, we all just had to learn.
Yeah. So going from, it's your senior year. What was your mindset with going pro and all that stuff? Were you just trying to win a bowl game or get a national championship? And then you worried about getting drafted, or you were already thinking about the draft and all that stuff? Or
I ain't gonna fly to you, brother. Like I'm a person that adapt to my situation. Like, you feel me? Like I adapt. Like if you put me in the White House, like, you feel me? I know how to put on my suit and move accordingly. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You put me in a project, you get what I'm saying? I know how to move accordingly. I'm gonna still be me. Right. But I know I'm gonna move accordingly. I ain't finna get in the project and start acting like everybody else. I'm gonna still be me, but I'm gonna know how to move. Like, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, with that being said, I say that. Hold on, I lost track. What we asking?
So what was your mindset from senior year? Like, when you finished?
Oh, so do what I'm gonna tell you right here, bro. Once I got to college, bro, all that winning and trying to be winning and how I used to be in high school, all that, I ain't care about none of that. I don't even give a fuck we win. I see how this shit going. I need to worry about me.
Right.
Fuck all that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I had came to a grasp with that early, like,
quick.
Like, cause I mean, we had lost and like they went to a party. Like, that was crazy to me.
Right.
I'm like, boy, we just
nothing
lost.
to celebrate. Yeah.
Ain't nobody in this bitch crying. Like, we lost in high school, but we used to cry. Like, we like, probably not everybody, but like, we love the game so much.
Like, it mattered.
We care about each other so much, or care about the coach so much. Like, we lost state, we crying.
And then, like, whatever mistakes you made, like, it weighs
really
on you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I got to college, it's like, I mean, we had lost, and them boy went to, like, they had throw a party. I'm like, they going to party. I'm like, damn, this how it go? Like, they don't really care. You think I'm about to be caring? Nah, get what? I hope we win. I'm going in there to play to win, and all I know is to be a team player when I'm playing the game. But like, do I truly care? I go, man, listen, boy, I'm trying to go to the league, boy. Like this what need to go on right now. Like, I don't care about none of that winning, all that shit. We could lose by 50. Man, get some good plays because I see how this shit going. Like, they already don't really fuck with me like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, but they already got like a little bad love. You know what I'm saying? And then I think that they ain't really like me because how I was.
You're very outspoken.
I'm outspoken, but I'm also like, bro, I'm from the crib, man. I play the game different. Yeah. I talk crazy. I'm wild out there. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I slap people. You get what I'm saying? I'm finna come. I walk in your huddle and be playing with y'all. I'm be on your sideline talking to your coach. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm finna be hanging out. I'm finna be having fun. Right. They don't play the game like that. You don't get me wrong. You know, they more like they white. You get what I'm saying? Now, when I say that, I ain't saying not some white. No, I get what I'm saying. Like, they more like, do it by the book. You know what I'm saying? More like,
be very serious.
Make a play. About your job. Don't be celebrating. Make a play. Hurry up and get back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might not even, like, they might be like that. I might be in front of the receiver fucking with him. Yeah. Clapping in his face. Yeah. Like, just fucking him and throwing him off his game. Don't do that. I'm going to take you out of the game for that. So it's kind of like, we just ain't had the same.
I had to deal with that in college,
the same outlook on this shit. You know what I'm
saying? The defensive coordinator would tell me, like, why are you dressed like that? Why are you talking shit to the other team? Like, I'm like, bro, this is how I play. So now it's not even how I play physically. Now it's like how I conduct myself, how I talk,
like that.
It's like, bro, just let me play. If I'm making plays, like, so I can definitely relate to a coach attacking my personality now, not even just how I play, my playing style.
For sure. It's definitely bigger than football. I know, like, they was judging me off. And then another thing too, I think they judged me based off, like, I had a bunch of influence though. Like, I had a bunch of influence. I had a big influence on the team. Like, y'all go appoint the leaders all y'all want. The leaders is the true leaders. Right. Is the leaders. That y'all can say, we're going to make him a captain, this and that. That y'all can appoint captains every game. Bro, teams have natural born leaders. Like, that nobody had to pick. That people just gravitate toward because they genuine. They really love the game, and everybody just fuck with them as a person.
And they lift up others too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like I was that type of guy. Like, the young guys that came in, I taught them everything. Like, I never was one of those, even when I wasn't starting, even like we had young guys that playing in front of me, bro, I taught them. They could tell you to this day, like, you could ask Corn Elder, like, if you got who put you under their wing when you first came in? Tracy did. You get what I'm saying? Tracy gave me the playbook and say, boy, this how you do this. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, trying to show them, because I don't even want you to make the same mistake I made. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, bro, buy in. Like don't even come in here with your own mindset, buy in. Like, I'm finna, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think that, like, they ain't fuck with that. They knew I could influence the team, so they like, I feel like they was more like, boy, look,
threatened kind of.
Yeah, we gotta kind of tame his ass, cause then again, I voice my opinion. It's like, boy, cause this is why I fucked up at. They looking at, I know they looking at it like, now I'm able to step out now and look at it. I know they looking at the shit. All right, look, he voicing his opinion. What the fuck gonna stop them from doing that if he start doing that? They look up to him. Mm-hmm. They fuck with him for real. Mm-hmm. Like they actually, they fuck with him. Like, we brothers. Like, everybody love it. So it's like, when Tracy go to acting up, that shit gonna give a green light for all their ass to just start. So yeah, we gotta tame his ass. Mm-hmm. I know that's how. Yeah, I know that's what it was. So even my homie tell me that, like, yeah, but they just don't like how you is, bro. Like, not I was a fucked up person. It's more like I was
what you represented. Like you threatened like the status quo in the weight room and the
now
field.
I'm a businessman now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the restaurant business. I do a bunch of I have employees that I got on W-2s and like I'm a grown man now.
Yeah.
So now I can well, I don't want nobody telling me if I tell you I cook it like this. If I come to the food truck and I say, hey, I cook the shrimp and grits like this, we want it like this, and you say, nah, man, we need to do it like this because I don't want no worker like that. Man, cook the shrimp and grits like this. You feel me? Because I know what people like it. All that you trying to if you come to me and say, nah, I think we could, and it depends. But see, that's why I tell you that's why I fucked up at. I used to voice my opinion in front of everybody.
You were strong about it,
like have an ego and that's why I fucked up at. And I'm looking at myself like, all right, now I think about it. Say if I had a worker that was, nah, man, we need to do the shrimp and grits like that because
you're not gonna like it.
But what if all the employees at the restaurant fuck with this person? Like they fuck with this person. Like they actually fuck with him. So like, damn, once he go to cutting up and I keep him and I let him do that, everybody gonna feel like this all right. Oh nah, boy, we gotta fight this nigga or put his ass to the back. You get what I'm saying? Because he a problem. You get what I'm saying? So it was that's how that shit was for sure. You get what I'm saying? I think that's
politics,
how that shit
man.
was.
Politics. That's one of the main reasons why this podcast exists, man. So people like yourself can tell their story, and so younger viewers can understand, man. It's not just a sport. Unfortunately, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, carry like how you conduct yourself is everything. And I don't blame my coaches. Like I don't have a bitter story. Like I don't have I should never went there and they fucked me over. Right. I don't got that story because guess what? No matter what happened there, bro, always look at yourself. Always, whatever position you in, bro, you put yourself there, whether you know it or not. Unless somebody just walked into the grocery store and just start shooting everybody and then they killed you. Like that's different. I ain't talking about shit like that.
Right.
Because it was things that I could have.
Yeah, you got to reflect.
It was things that I could have shut up. Like I fucked that up. I could have bought in. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I could have not did that in front of everybody. I could have. Yeah. I could have. There's a lot of shit I look at myself and say I could have did different. So I don't got no bitter story, and I ain't coming on the podcast to say act like the coaches at UM was so fucked up. And because guess what, I actually learned shit from them as well. Right. Like I learned great football from them. They taught me shit that I took to the league and was successful at. Yeah. They taught me like I made a team because of some of the shit my defensive coordinator taught me. Shout out Mark D'Onofrio. Did we have a great relationship? No. Like would you? I mean, do you fuck with him? Nah, I don't really fuck with him like that. You get what I'm saying? But like I'm still man enough to say.
There's a lot of good.
He taught me some great ball. Like he sharpened me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like I could tell you on Al Golden. Like did I fuck with him like that? No, I don't fuck with him like that. To the day, I might say, "Well, how you doing, coach?" But like, do I look at you like I look at my high school football coach? No, not at all. I never will. Like you get what I'm saying? Like we two different people. Mm-hmm. Me and you won't be friends if we weren't for that. Yeah. But you did teach me shit. You taught me how to move out. You taught me being lateral is important, and I took that shit and I actually did it, and I know it actually worked. You get it? So like some of my success was because of them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm honorable enough to say that. You get what I'm saying? But I'm also honorable enough to tell you where y'all fucked up at. You know what I'm saying?
It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
Like I can tell you that the way y'all coach, y'all ass won't be that successful with a lot of players. Y'all not player coaches. You get what I'm saying? Until y'all be player coaches, that's where y'all gonna elevate. But until y'all keep thinking this shit just about y'all and you feel me? I
mean, UM's success or lack of kind of speaks for it itself, I would say.
Yeah.
You know?
Shout out to my coach though. I want to get that on record. A lot of people would have got the narrative like of me, like when I was at UM, like coming in 5-star all world, it ain't go like I ain't leave and be drafted first round and he don't fuck with the coaches and they go well, the coaches was cool. We had our clashes and I say that, but I respect them as men. You get what I'm saying? Because shit. Like my DB coach, did I fuck with my DB coach when I was there? No. Like I used to think he was I used to think he was a sucker. Like you get what I'm saying? But do I think he's a sucker now?
Especially on the first day, getting checked like that.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like you get what I'm saying? Do I think he's a sucker? But nah, but I mean I do think he got ways that I don't have. Like that I'd never be like. You get what I'm saying? As a man, but he's still a real genuine person. He did shit for me that nobody ain't never did before. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I fuck around and I'm gonna just put it on fuck it. I don't even know if I could do that, but something happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I could do that. I don't even know.
It's okay.
Something happened. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah, let's leave it like that.
Something happened. I came to talk to him, but when I came to talk to him, I how he was already like the fuck with him like that. Like he cool. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, we laugh and joke and because we around each other every day. We have to make it work. You know what I'm saying? But like he did something for me that's like I respect to this day. Like that I never forget. And I'm like. Bro, you gotta give a fuck about me, bro.
Yeah.
You have to give a fuck about me to do that. So now that shit go to, are you acting like this because them? Like do you move like this every day because you just gotta get paid and you doing this for the sake of your family and you really not like that. You get what I'm saying? Cause or you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, that shit crazy, man. Cause like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with them in certain ways and a lot of ways I don't fuck with them.
There's something that I learned, man, like getting out of college was I can't sit down and try to evaluate someone's decision making or psyche or all I can do is understand and deal with how it affects me and try to move accordingly instead of trying to change that guy's mindset, which is never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I had to learn the hard way is like, I'm going to have to like get in line and play that game, get on the field to make sure I'm successful. Cause I only have 4 years to do this. Yeah. You can coach forever, you know, and then just kind of, but you're 18 years old. You know, like you're coming out of high school, you're young. You know, it's hard to think like that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have like an older sibling or a parent that went through it, they can't tell you, hey, Tracy, play the game, play the game.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
get a mentor. Get a mentor that played the game before. Somebody that actually seen the good and the bad that could like, cause you got some guys, you got to think like you got some guys play football. It went good for them the whole time. Like they got blessed to be put in great situations. Like they was great in high school. They went to a college that fit their scheme and they did great. They got drafted, went to the league, had a great career. So like they never really had bad patches. They might seen somebody else go through bad patches, but they didn't experience it themselves. So they outlook is totally different. They can't give you the outlook that such and such could give you. Right. Such and such was all world, was not that good in high school. Went to college, became good, got to a great system, went to the league, had a bad rapport with certain college, probably went here. So everybody is different. They could give you different, you get what I'm saying? So just find somebody that's, I say like real rounded. Find a couple people. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? That could just give you game, bro, and show you how to move while you there. Not just tell you one time and don't talk to you no more. Right. That you actually talk to on a regular basis. Like when you go through stuff, you could, hey, how should I handle this situation? How should I, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that matters a lot, man. So how would you say, I like asking this question too. So if you can travel in time, I think I know what you're going to say, but if you can travel in time and talk to younger Tracy, what would be like a piece of advice you would give yourself?
If I could like go back and talk to my younger self? Mm-hmm. If I could go back in time and talk to my younger self, man, you want me to keep it 100 with you? I'll tell myself that,
go to Florida. No, I'm just kidding.
I want to tell myself, if I could go talk to my younger self, I'll tell myself I'm proud of you. Like, honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell myself, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you went through a lot of battles, you get what I'm saying? Like, and you stayed true, like, and I'll tell my younger self, keep staying true. Like, no matter what you go through, like, stay true. You get what I'm saying? And like, always learn from every experience. And I tell all the younger kids that like, you gonna go through stuff, as long as you learn from it, it's never really like a bad thing because like, you got more life to live. Like, long as you ain't about to die from that shit, right, or like you about to be like messed up forever from it, you got an opportunity to like learn from that. Like I learned from that college experience. Like I learned from that by coming to this podcast and talking with y'all. Like once I walk here, I respect y'all space off rip. Like, you know what I'm saying? I walk in here respecting y'all space. Yeah, like if you tell me don't get on live, I know don't get on live. Yeah. I learned that from college. I learned going in here trying to do this shit my way, it ain't that. It's these people way. Like you gonna, whether you like this shit or not. Like if I come here and y'all say, hey, brother, we don't wear glasses on my pocket, I'm gonna take these bitches off. That's it. Don't get you tell me, hey, boy, come here, hey, you gotta like be no green shit. You know what I'm saying? But if it's respectful from me as a man to man, I'm gonna respect y'all. I ain't gonna come in this bitch and be like, man, look, man, I wear my pants like this. You get what I'm saying? I wear my chains like this, and if y'all want me on this podcast, this how this shit gonna be. Right. How y'all rules is. I'm gonna respect y'all rules as long as it don't go against my morals. Right. You get what I'm saying? Don't go against my code and my ethics. Like I'm gonna respect y'all shit, and I learned that from college. Like that shit just helped me. I grew so much, like just dealing with people. Like I just know how to deal with other men. I know how to deal with, you know what I'm saying? Like even if y'all was being assholes to me, college taught me, bro, I'm finna tune y'all ass out. Right. Like I ain't even finna feed it to y'all. Like unless you trying to threaten me for real and do something to me. And you can say, whatever. Like I'll tell my dog, like say something happen, man, bro, let that shit go, bro. Like that shit ain't even worth it for us. It takes, we on a whole nother realm. Like you know what I'm saying?
But there's a lot of people, Tracy, that they're as old as us or older that they don't learn from their mistakes or they don't have the self-awareness or the emotional intelligence to understand that someone's trying to press your button. Like, why engage in this? Or look, even though this happened to me, I learned from it because I could have done this differently. So a lot of people don't have that maturity or awareness to do so. So the fact that you are able to do that, that's good.
Yeah, you just gotta learn. Don't get me wrong. Now, sometimes people press my buttons and I fuck up.
That's everybody. We're human, bro. We're human. We're human.
But you just gotta learn. You just gotta learn from it, man. Just learn.
So before we close out, man, you have any advice for high school athletes out there, high school football players? Anything you want to leave off with?
Yeah, I definitely got advice for the guys, man. I say, I said the advice I got for them is your coach and the people around you can't want it more than you. That's one. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you really true to that, like, they can't want it more than you. Like, you gotta want it more than your coach. Shit, like, you gotta want it for you more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's one. For two, I tell them, bro, listen. Actually listen and like have an open ear way more than you have an open mouth. Like, just listen. You get what I'm saying? Soak it up. Like, listen. And when I say listen, like, actually listen. You get what I'm saying? And I say, like, listen. And then another thing I say is, like, bro, work on yourself. Just like you work on your game, football ain't everything. Just like you work on your game and you work on your back pedal, but work on yourself as a person. Like, work on the way you talk to people. Like, if like, you know, like me personally, like, sometimes I could be real blunt. I could be real straightforward. And I know that's something I try to work on a regular basis. Like, work on your, like, just how I used to write down my positives and negatives for football, but write down your positives and negatives in life. Because, like, guess what? Just how them coaches look at you for football, they look at you off the field, too. And I ain't saying you ain't doing it for them. You doing it for yourself. To be a better individual. You get what I'm saying? So just work on yourself. Like, work on yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, just try to be a better person. Like, if you know your ass a fucking thief, work on that. Like, work on not having that mindset. You get what I'm saying? Work on, like, cause we know some people come from fucked up background where they gotta steal to survive. You get what I'm saying? Some people come from background where they gotta be lying and shit. Like, work on yourself. You get what I'm saying? Ain't never too late, bro. Work on yourself. Just like you work on your positive, work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of shit I could tell y'all. Yeah. But that's what I got on my mind today.
You dropped a lot of gems in there,
you
bro.
Know what I'm saying?
So guys, that wraps it up for today. If you found anything here useful, entertaining, please share it, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank y'all for having me, man.